When it comes to fat loss, everyone wants to know, what should I eat in order to lose fat, and what's the best workout split in order to lose fat? And while those are valid fat loss questions, people rarely ask, what should I be doing outside the gym or the kitchen in order to actually lose fat once and for all? And in this video, I'll be walking you through some of the lifestyle components of a successful fat loss journey that helped these guys lose a ton of fat. And in this video, I'm going to be covering stress, sleep, meal prepping, and eating out as they apply to losing fat once and for all. So first things first with stress. So managing stress is going to help with fat loss in a few different ways. But first off, what is stress? Stress can be defined as anything that brings the body out of homeostasis. So in essence, stress could literally come from just about anything. How stressed somebody is falls on a spectrum, like most things in life. On one side of the spectrum, we have the fight or flight response. And on the other side of the spectrum, we have the rest and digest side of the spectrum. In general, we want to be spending most of our time over here in the rest and digest side of the spectrum because that's where our bodies can absorb nutrients, recover from a tough workout, and actually lose fat. And we want to spend a small amount of time over here on the fight or flight side of things, particularly during a heavy training or conditioning session. We don't want to be spending our day-to-day living over in this fight or flight side of things. But the problem is that the majority of people live their life over here on the fight or flight side of thing for their entire lives, whether they're just sitting here watching this video, at work, commuting. They're always on this fight or flight end of the spectrum, redlining their nervous system, and then they go into the gym and do the exact same thing. Not a great plan for fat loss. Additionally, stress can lead to some unhealthy behavior like emotionally eating or drinking, which can make it really hard to lose weight. But by managing stress, we can make it a lot easier to make the right decisions in the kitchen and follow a regular exercise routine. Another way that managing stress can improve fat loss is by improving our overall well-being. When we're super stressed out, it can be really hard to sleep well, feel energized, and stay motivated to stick to our diet and exercise plans. Additionally, when we're feeling less stressed, we may be more likely to stay motivated and stick to our fat loss plans. So really focus on managing your stress so that you can improve your overall well-being and make it easier to stick to that fat loss plan. Getting plenty of sleep is important for many aspects of health and well-being, especially maintaining a healthy weight. The research shows that inadequate sleep in both quantity and quality can lead to weight gain over time and an increased risk of obesity as well. This is partly because sleep plays a huge role in regulating hormones that control hunger and appetite. When you don't get enough sleep, your body starts to produce more ghrelin, which stimulates hunger, and it also starts producing less leptin, which is the hormone that makes you feel full. This can lead to an increase in appetite, increase your craving for those unhealthy foods. But on the other hand, getting enough sleep can help regulate those hormones and help you maintain a healthy weight. Meal prepping is going to help you lose fat in a few ways. First, it's going to help you with portion control and your calorie intake, which, as we know from previous videos, is the key driver to fat loss. And when you're meal prepping, it's going to help you do that because you can pre-portion out your meals and know exactly how much you're eating in each and every meal. Second, it's just going to help you make healthier food choices because you're planning out your meals in advance. This way you can make sure that they include a variety of nutritious foods. Finally, it can help you save time and actually make it easier to stick to your diet. It does so because you're preparing several days worth of food in advance, and all you have to do is heat them up when you're ready to eat them. And meal prepping has different levels to it. You don't have to, be like a bodybuilder prepping all 7 days worth of meals in advance. In fact, here's a couple different strategies that you can use to prepare your meals in advance. Level 1 can be as simple as just planning out your meals for the week and cooking them at the time you're going to eat on the fly. This way you at least have some sort of forethought on what you're going to eat, and you can plan out healthy, nutritious meals that are going to push you closer to your fat loss goals. Level 2 would be just bulk cooking the meals that you're already making. So let's say you're making a chicken stir fry tonight. It's about just as easy to double or maybe even triple the recipe and have leftovers for the next lunch or dinner or the next couple following days. It's just as easy to cook that as it is to cook one night's worth of meals. Level 3 is the bodybuilder approach approach to meal prepping, where you're cooking and preparing maybe a full week's or at least several days worth of food in advance. And what's great about this is all you got to do is heat and eat. And the last level is level 4, the baller. This is where you buy fully cooked and prepared meals, so you don't have to do any shopping, any cooking, any cleaning. And again, all you have to do is heat and eat. Now, the downside to this is that those meals typically are pretty expensive. I've done these in the past and they ran about $15 a meal. But when you factor in all the time saving baked into that, it can be worth it for those, looking to save some time. Now, eating out at restaurants can still be part of a successful fat loss plan. Here's a few tips on how you can still eat out at your favorite restaurants while staying on track with your fat loss goals. Choose grilled or baked dishes instead of fried ones. You'll also want to ask for your sauces and dressings on the sides, as these tend to pack a ton of calories inside of them. You'll also want to avoid dishes that are really creamy or cooked with tons of oil, as again, these are going to be packed with tons of calories and they're still going to leave you feeling hungry afterwards. Fill up on vegetables, which are low in calories and high in fiber and water. This is going to be a great strategy whether you're eating out or eating at home, is filling up on vegetables. Another good tip when you're eating out is, as soon as you order your food, tell them to bring out a to-go box with your meal. And when your meal comes, go ahead and set half of it aside in that to-go box. This is going to help you avoid overeating, as well as stretch that meal into multiple meals. It's also a good idea to drink water or unsweetened tea instead of something like soda or alcohol when the main goal is fat loss. By making these simple choices like these, you can still go out to eat at your favorite restaurants, have a good time without derailing your fat loss progress. But look, I know you might still be a little skeptical about eating out, so here's a few more tips to help you eat out and still lose fat. First off, look for restaurants that offer some healthier options. Ones with a health-focused menu. Stuff with lots of veggies, lots of grilled proteins, and stuff like that. Don't be afraid to ask the waiter to make adjustments or substitutions to fit your fat loss need. For example, you could ask for a side salad or steamed vegetables instead of French fries with your burgers, and that's going to save you a lot of calories, which will help you lose fat. Avoid buffets and all-you-can-eat restaurants on your fat loss journey, as these tend to just lead to overeating and overindulgence. You can consider splitting a meal with a friend or significant other, or think about maybe ordering an appetizer instead of a full meal. And lastly, don't make eating out necessarily the norm for you when fat loss is the priority, because even if you follow all these tips, at the end of the day, chefs at restaurants' goals are not to help you lose fat. Their goal is to make a delicious meal that you love and talk and you tell everyone about, so they can get more customers in and sell more food. So there you have it. Those are some lifestyle tips to help you lose fat. So to quickly recap, number 1, managing stress is going to be very important in order to actually lose fat once and for all. And sleep is probably one of the most underrated aspects of a solid fat loss plan that you can start implementing and working on tonight and see results almost instantly. Prepping your meals in advance can help you save time, as well as plan out nutritious meals that you might otherwise not choose. And eating out can be part of a successful fat loss journey if you follow some of the tips that we talked about here today. So there you have it. Thank you for watching. This wraps up the How to Actually Lose Fat series, where we talked about training, nutrition, and the lifestyle factors that go into a successful fat loss journey. Now, if you're interested in learning more about my one-to-one coaching program, where I help guys just like you lose fat by taking all the stuff that we talked about in this series and customizing it to you and your unique lifestyle, go ahead and check out the description down below. There'll be a link over to my website where we can fill out an application, and we can chat more about your fat loss goals and come up with a plan that's going to work for you so that you can actually lose fat once and for all. But other than that, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.